Welcome to another episode of the Metal Roundup, where we're going to catch up a little bit on some recent releases in the metal universe. We'll be talking about President's latest EP. We'll be talking about potentially Dayseeker. On our list, essentially, is Dayseeker. We've got Vower, we've got Limp Bizkit, we've got Unprocessed, Thrice, Reliqa, AFI. And we want to get to the bottom of, there's a bit of an influx in anonymous and masked artists recently. It's not the first time it's ever happened, of course, and this has happened before Sleep Token. It's just interesting that this is becoming a way for bands to position themselves. So we want to kind of talk about that in particular, because I think there's some interesting thoughts to be had. But before we get to all of that, by the way, if you're impatient, there's chapters on the YouTube video, so you can fast forward. But this is the real stuff. How are you doing, lads? What has been going on in your worlds since the last episode we did a week ago? Drew, perhaps start with you.
Yeah, good. Again, got to preface that I am one beer deep, beer singular. We had this situation before where I couldn't string a sentence together for a good 20 minutes. After one beer, I was in the pub. So I'm in the same situation again. So the first 20 minutes or so right off for me.
So that's why we're starting with you. I'm excited.
That's what you should get that out of the way. But yeah, I've been good. We've all kind of agreed that there hasn't been. I've actually enjoyed a lot of the recent releases. There's been a lot of things that have been really, grabbed my attention. But I guess in terms of like massive names in the scene, we've had a small drought for how good this year has been. We've been pretty spoiled, I'd say. So I think it's a bit of a cool off period. But I've been enjoying some of the kind of on the fringe bands that are maybe not necessarily metal. I've been diving into like different avenues and stuff. So that's been fun. But I did a little podcast on Monday with two Irish blokes, That Sound podcast. That was pretty cool, just to get some different perspectives. They're not necessarily metalheads, but they're kind of like guys that are into rock and that kind of world. They do enjoy like Metallica. They're kind of like older heads, I would say. They might be watching right now, so sorry lads. But
there's nothing wrong with being older heads.
They're not in the modern metal space in the way that we would be. So it was cool to kind of introduce them to, or even recommend certain things. So I know that one of the guys is a Metallica fan. So I was like, try Orbit Culture, because that's kind of like the cliched, like, modern version of Metallica. It doesn't really sound like Metallica, but the vocalist does have Metallica-esque moments. And he just got back to me there today. I told him to check out the Tales of War, which is my favorite track from Orbit Culture. And he was like, holy fuck, that's insane. So yeah, that was awesome. Cool. But yeah, other than that, just being going into some deep dives and shit on different bands that I haven't got to in the past. I checked out the Koino Yokan Deftones album. Unbelievably good. Unfucking believably good. That might be my new favorite Deftones album. Checked all that out. Forgot to record the last 3 videos. Don't know if you guys ever do that where you forget to click record. I went for a toilet break and came back and forgot to click record. So I just lost all of my review. Whoa. Everything. I was like,
no, for 3.
Yeah, so not ideal, but
it's been a while, but it's happened multiple times.
Yeah, it's the worst. But that's me. What about you, Burb?
I got a new dresser.
A new dresser?
Someone who dresses you?
Like a table side locker?
No, just a dresser for my room, but I bought this dresser from Facebook Marketplace, and the guy that helped me out, we were just talking about like jobs and stuff, and he was like, asked me what I do. I'm like, oh, what I do for work is really weird. I review music online, I guess. And then we started talking, and then he's like, oh, I really like Metallica. And then he put on his Metallica shirt on. I'm like, oh, all right. Like, yeah, you wanted to follow my page. I'm like, just as a heads up, I don't.
He just had a spare Metallica.
Yeah, he tried to put on Metallica shirt to impress me, but it's just funny because like the older metalhead, it's what I realized that. Do I bring up the story? It's not really that important.
You're brushing over this as this is normal. He just had a spare t-shirt. Was he in your house?
No. I was Facebook Marketplace. I had to go get a dresser from this guy.
To his house, right? And so he greeted you in not the Metallica shirt.
No,
and then you come into his living room. He's like, wait, let me take this off. And let me put this other one on because you'll like this more.
You guys are thinking about him topless?
You didn't get a dresser. You got an undresser. That's what you got.
Yeah, I got an undresser.
Oh my god. Okay,
that'd be so weird.
It was weird. It happened.
Yeah. He showed off his Metallica shirt, and it was cool. But yeah, he's
Why did he change his shirt?
Because he wanted to impress me.
It's like he didn't. He thought that you wouldn't believe him that you didn't have a Metallica. That he's like, I swear I have a Metallica shirt. Look, I'm going to put it on.
It didn't have to fit on him. He could just showed you the fucking.
That's brilliant. Fuck. Okay. Anyway, continue, Burb.
I met a new friend. I met a new friend over the weekend.
You've been groomed, is what's happened, essentially.
Am I that
go
Trying to
naive?
sharpen
Am
you
I that
sugar daddy.
naive that I don't know what's going on? Yeah, should I show you all the pictures that he's sending me too?
You should have policed those pictures.
Do I need to call 911 or something?
Oh my god.
Oh, dear.
Okay, continue, please. Sorry, we've
That's
derailed
how
you there.
little's been happening in the music world, is that a dresser is like the most important thing that's been going on.
Okay.
But okay. No. I interviewed Under Oath. That was sweet. I fucking love that band. So
Yeah, bear the lead.
Just
That
start
was
with
great.
the guy in the Metallica shirt in the dresser transaction.
I think that's the most important story, right? And then what else? The Between the Bear and Me interview. I've been talking to some bands. It's been pretty sweet. And then in terms of music, yeah, like a lot of the underground bands are dropping some bangers, which we'll get to. So hopefully with this podcast episode, you guys check out a lot of these like smaller bands, because we're going to be talking about the big bands too, but like the smaller bands I think are bringing the heat for this little dry period that we're having. What about you, Steve? Any guys in your DMs that are showing off
their
abs?
merch?
Or lack of abs?
Take off that ghost shirt, Steve. Got any Metallica shirts that we can see on
Yeah,
camera?
no, I don't have any uncomfortable stories that might end up with me kidnapped, Burb. Fucking be careful out there.
That'd be a good headline, though.
No, I on my side, I took a few days off from content creation, which is the first time I've ever done that. I had like 4 days just to take a bit of a break, because life's been very, very busy with work and the channel, and it's been really good fun. But I'm sprinting a marathon at the moment,
Yes.
and I needed to stop for a few days. So that was tough though, because I fucking love doing stuff, and I hated being like, I need to rest my brain. I don't want to do that. I want to do more stuff. So that was a bit difficult, but I felt the benefit of it. So I feel good, which is marvelous.
You just exclusively like stopped recording videos, doing interviews, but you were still kind of online in the fringes, right?
Not really. I mean, I was online in our DMs because we were posting
okay.
like a Metal Roundup. I made no content. I listened to no like new music. I wasn't posting anything myself. I just disconnected as much as possible.
Yeah. Good shit.
It's weird. It's really weird. I didn't like it.
Good shit.
But it was
it's weird. It is
objectively
weird.
healthy.
Yeah, for sure. It's like even when you go on a little vacation or a trip or anything like that, it's even just being away for like a week, you're like raring to go. And obviously your situation is a little bit different, like forcing to just not do anything. So look, I'm glad you did it.
Yeah. I found it hard to get back into the swing of things after like a vacation. Like when I went to Mexico and then came back, like, oh, okay, I got to get back into the grind a little bit. Like part of it's nice because like, oh, I'm excited to check out some new music, but like it's so easy to enjoy that little break from being online.
Yeah. It's just so overwhelming as well. It's like even today there was like I did a video for something and then another song was released and then I checked that out and then there was another song. I'm like, it just actually never ends. You know what I mean? So you actually just have to force yourself to be, this song will be here next week, this song will be here next year. Let's just fucking unwind and turn off. But that's actually a lot harder. You know, it's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
To just stop. But anyway, sorry, Steve, go on. You've done your little break.
Yeah,
and
a little detox. And then, but I'm enjoying getting back into it. I'm due. I mean, we'll see what happens because not everything ever works out, but I'm due to interview Thornhill in a couple of days' time, which would be good fun. So we'll see how that goes. That could be a good crack. So yeah, back on the busy train.
Nice. That would be a fun interview with their current situation. Will that be during the Sleep Token tour, or is that going to be finished up by the time you're talking to them?
I believe it's during. I think it's one of their days off.
Nice. Is it is it Jacob? Is it one of the drummer, or do you know who it is?
It's due to be, but who knows? Fucking, like things can change last minute. But it's in theory it'd be Jacob and the guitarist.
Sick.
Ryan, I want to say. Yeah, so looking forward to that.
Nice.
Should be fun.
What did you guys think about Mercia anyway? I don't think we talked about the Thornhill song.
No, I don't think so.
Did. But I dug it. I liked it. It was interesting to hear them do like a longer epic of a song. And it was quite a confusing music video plot-wise, but I dug it. I really liked it.
Best song since The Dark Pool. Come at me. It's
a big shout.
I think
is that because the length and it's more progressive?
Yeah, lack of the vocal effects, and also it's like it's moody. Yeah, it's a slower progression. It kind of reminds me of like Where the Owls Dream. What's that fucking song again? Where the ocean.
Where Owls Know My Name.
Yeah, but that's fucking Rivers of Nile. I always
Sorry,
get it confused.
Owl
Is it
City?
a Thornhill? Or
Yeah, off
Thornhill
the
song?
Dark Pool. It's a great song, but I always get confused where owls know my name.
Where we go when we don't.
Yeah, that one.
Where we the owls.
Yeah, that
So
song's
you
sweet.
throwing owls in there. I was like, well, it obviously has to have owl in something.
No.
You just don't end up with owl in your sentence.
This
Somehow.
is me just screwing it up.
Yeah, where we
So
go.
someone
with
asked the question, where do we go when we die? Burb's like, owls.
Yeah, owls.
They're the same thing.
I don't know if we did talk about this whole thing, did we?
No, we didn't talk about the song because, like,
I
I
thought
think
Steve
you
said
didn't
it.
like it, right, Drew?
Yeah, I just didn't post my video. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse with Thornhill's new stuff, and I don't want to come across as a massive hater. So I'm just like, I'm not posting them until I actually enjoy it again. So I think it's like Steve with the president situation, where you didn't post the Destroy Me video, I think.
Yes, as a standalone single, I didn't think it was interesting enough to warrant, like, all my video would be like the same kind of thing. I ended up posting a video about the EP because I had more to say about it as a total sort of journey, and there were 2 songs in there. But yes, I mean, would you like to chat more about Mercia? Or
I have no problem. It was just that, like, I didn't say anything necessarily too, like, damning that I was like, I can't post this. I just feel like I'm beating a dead horse since Heroin, that I just don't really connect with Thornhill as much. Now, in saying that, I've seen some of the live clips of them playing Nerve. I don't know if you've seen, I think Jesse Lee posted it on his thing. It's like a side angle of them playing it. It looks so good live. And I do like that song. I like the flow and everything. But again, it's just, I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to put my finger on what it is about Thornhill's new stuff that is, it's a lot less riffy, like, just objectively. The mix, I don't know if it's the same person who's mixing their music, but it feels more like full in a, I think their riffs, they used to use a lot more of the guitar and the fretboard for a lot of the riffs, which just fired me up a lot more. And I thought Jacob's, like, ethereal vocal style worked so well with that. And now they're just, like, very low end heavy, a lot of, like, open notes to kind of suit the vibe of the song, a lot more production and shit, which is cool. And, like, I think lyrically as well, it's just not really something I'm clicking with too much.
It's fair.
It's gone very sexy and stuff. But look, I mean, it's fucking great. I would never take that. Like, I wouldn't sacrifice the success that they have just for me to get another the Dark Pool. You know, I'm delighted for the band. It's just, I'm on that kind of crossroad point where I kind of keep saying the same shit, and I could easily post a video and get a few views about it, and, like, people who agree with me will agree with me, and the video might do well because it gets, like, you know, some negative traction or whatever. But I feel like it's just, it does a disservice to the band at that point, and that's not how I wanted to come across. I just want to genuinely make videos that I'm being honest by, but I think it does fall back on me as a creator after a while. If my opinion has been negative on the fucking 6th negative in a row, at some point I have to be like, well, I know it's probably going to be negative, so when do I step back from the equation, you know? And look, I can still be objective, but I do find myself that I'm getting, like, annoyed by listening to it, because I'm like, it's just not me anymore, and everyone's raving about it, and I'm not feeling it. So I just was like, fuck it, I'll throw it on my Patreon. It can be there. If people want to see it, they can see it. But I just don't really want to have the influx of people telling me that I'm fucking washed and shit. It's just like, whatever.
It's entirely fair.
Yeah, I totally get that. I find it super interesting, though, because, like, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, Heroin, I don't really care for. It was, like, one of my most disappointing albums of the year when I made those videos. And then the new album, I like it, but everyone's, like, raving about it as, like, one of the best albums of the year. I'm like, it's not even in my top 10. And then, but the new song, though, I'm like, holy shit, this is, like, my favorite song in a long time. So I don't know what I'm hearing that I like more about it. I think it is the lack of vocal effects. I think it is just a little bit different. It feels like a little bit similar to the Dark Pool, and I think that's why I like it. But it's still, like, you know, heroin-y and bodies still, you know?
Yeah.
It's quite interesting, because when I discovered Thornhill, I really dug the instrumentals. I didn't really get the vocal style. And then in Heroin, when I first heard that, I was like, I don't understand this fucking at all.
Yeah.
And then Bodies, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
So I think their sound has developed over time. It sounds like it's gone more in my direction, less in Drew's direction. And for Burb, it sort of depends maybe on the song that they're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally fair enough. Aesthetic, you know, things. And Drew, to your point about to post, not to post, sure, you know, you're part of what you do is to comment on things that are going on, and it's an interesting point of view. But it's also like, if you don't feel like you're adding something of new value, then I could see the point. Like, why would you add it? Same with me and Destroy Me by President. Like, I'm not adding any new quality viewing to anyone's experience here.
Yeah, I think it's that was the main thing. I was him and Han about it. I was like, do I post it? Because, like, it almost feels like a denial of, like, free speech for me to be like, not posting it because there's going to be people that don't agree with me. It's not even about that. It's because it's like, for example, if I go and listen to a genre that I know from experience that I don't like, if I go and make a reaction video on it, I know that I'm not going to like it because I've never liked this genre. So it's like you're almost kind of rage baiting in a way by just continuously doing it. And I feel like I'm getting to that point with Thornhill where I've had the same opinion so many times and people have been like aware. They're like, Drew, and you know, I've had the back and forth of like, bro's just hating. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm genuinely just being honest about it. Like, and then you get that like negative feedback. We're like, well, you know what? I'm not posting these videos anymore. Even though you're well within your right to have an opinion that doesn't necessarily have to be 100% positive. But at a certain point, you do have to, I think, you know, bear some responsibility. I think I could still post it because I was still constructive and I wasn't being negative or being like mean about it or like anything that's like, this is shit. I was still being constructive about why I don't like it. But it does just feel like, you know, it kind of just feels, it feels a little bit weird after a while to just continuously post negative videos because I don't want the band to keep seeing me post a video if they happen to watch the videos and just be like, why is this guy still checking us out? He knows he doesn't like us anymore. You know, it feels like that. So it's, that's it really. That's all it comes down to.
If President dropped another new song all of a sudden, I would be in the exact same boat as you, Drew. I'm like, well, what's the point of being that dead horse already, right?
Let's chat about President then. Let's go to there next because I've not actually seen the review part of your summary, Drew. I don't have time for that because that video came out today at the time of this recording. Burb, I did watch yours. So I have some understanding of where you're at. And yeah, you seem pretty out on President. I think you seem like you really enjoyed. I mean, it was pretty exciting, the first song. There was so much build up to it and it had moments that really delivered. And then you seem to have liked them less and less with every subsequent song. That's kind of your experience at this stage?
Yeah, pretty much. But also, like, I don't think it was helpful that we did the AI video. And then when I'm listening to that present stuff, I'm like, this is not that different from the AI stuff that we're listening to. And I get it that AI can pull influence from everything, right? But still, I think the modern metal sound is just so generic sounding, the same tones, the same ideas, the same structures. It's just it is just pop music, but with like some low tune guitars. I just feel like for the hype, the marketing push and everything, Present falls flat for me.
Yeah, it feels more and more plastic as the days goes on because did you see the beer that they released? It's like this is a fucking corporation at this point. Like, yeah, some of the music is decent, but they released a President beer. They've made 6 songs. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? That is like really like.
I kind of missed that.
To be fair, I would buy that fucking beer though. But what does that say about me? Maybe I'm an alcoholic. I don't know.
No, but like, I mean, it's not necessarily against like the idea. It's just, it's kind of like, Jesus Christ, this is like a fucking well-oiled corporation, you know, marketing machine. It's barely even fucking like, it doesn't, it takes away from the authenticity of the art when it's like 6 songs in, let's, you know. So I know them selling out a tour doesn't necessarily mean that it's like, it's not their fault for selling out a tour. You know, you can't critique them for that, but just the fucking beer, like having a fucking full-on product already like that seems like this was so premeditated. Like, let's go and make this download thing and then this will blow up and then we'll have this beer ready to go and then that'll be a business we're running on the side. It just seems so inauthentic.
Yeah, but you know what would set people off if it was a different product would be like an NFT. If that was it, that's where people would draw the line. Like, okay,
just cartoon images of the mask. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Like, I don't know. But I'm imagining there might be another side to this potentially. Like, yes, that seems very strange. Like 6 songs, you're like, and now we sell beer. What's odd? I bet what's happened there is like they've had a mad amount of success, and someone in the band might have like a cousin or a brother or someone who has a small brewery. I've looked this place up. It's outside Leeds, Offset Brewing. I mean, I don't know how big this, but it's sold in Morrison's. This is mentioned this on their Instagram page. That's not like it's available everywhere in the UK. I suspect this is a small brewery that like one of them knows someone who's got that. He's like, is there anything can we make a President beer and you promote it? Like, we'll actually be able to launch our business. And they went, fuck it, we'll help you out. That's possible. I don't know. But like, it might be that it's come about in a very natural way, but it does seem odd.
Yeah. It's microbrewery kind of thing. It's nothing too crazy, but still, I think what Drew's point is that it's just like a whole marketing push, and it just feels like almost like beginning like a corporation rather than just like
the music. Like it's like I don't have any issues that like is intrinsically wrong with selling a beer as an additional product. Like bands sell merch, like people like merch, people like beer, sell beer. It makes sense.
7.2%. Fuck.
I mean,
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah!
let's fucking go.
God.
You
Yeah,
ever
let's go.
drink triple
I bet it's
Get a crate
IPAs?
sent out right now.
10%.
Oh yeah, I actually had some of those recently in Luxembourg. I
Oh,
think.
Drew, you
Fucking hell, it's
fucking drunk. We need at parties.
but no, they
It
were like, there was all
doesn't-
these fucking mad flavors and shit. It was like apple flavored beer and all this madness. What am I
Hook it in my
drinking right now? Oh
veins.
no, it's like that's.
This is why I drink coffee on these podcasts, like because I fucking love beer. I have to like it's self discipline, man.
I'm like that with caffeine, but
We should try one of
Coffee
these
is
beers.
also
I
caffeine,
mean, we'd have
sure.
to send it to fucking Canada, but we should try one of these beers on an episode.
if someone from the president marketing team happens to be watching this, please send us out a little
Yeah,
package
right.
and we'll do a little taste test. That would be a good video.
They're probably like, fuck you guys. Well,
Taste testing president's new beer.
that'd be
Fuck.
sick. I'd be down.
Great. People love that shit. A little mukbang. What other bands have like products that we can eat?
Music, meh. Beer though, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the present beer.
But look, again, I don't have anything wrong. There's no problems with bands making products and shit, but I think it's just all very coming around very quickly. 6 songs. And again, I said this in my video. I know you missed the latter part of my video, Steve, but one of the main points I wanted to harp on was that the fucking MVP of this whole president situation is whoever the fuck is behind the marketing. It's been insane. 6 songs, 1.2 million monthly listeners already. That's absurd. 6 fucking songs. 1.169 million monthly listeners. That's an absurd amount of people that are listening monthly to this project off of 6 songs. So
Good job, marketing team.
yeah, it's insane.
But also the music is quite radio friendly. Like I said in my review, I think one of the takeaways that I had was that it feels very 2025. Like everything that they're doing just feels like a product of its current era. There's nothing overly fresh, maybe the vocal effects, but those are annoying. Like the whole the song, even like the anonymous thing, like Sleep Token's the ones like crushing it right now. I know there's no monopoly on being anonymous, but like it just feels so current.
Yeah.
And I think that's
is
why it's
indeed.
blowing up on Spotify too. People love that current modern metal sound too. But
Yeah, it's like it is so. I feel like it's the least anonymous band ever made. Like
it is, yes.
there's not a single person on earth that doesn't know who president is. at this
Can we
point.
just
Like,
say
there's
who he is?
Yeah,
Just
like
get him.
No,
the podcast I was on
I
Monday
want
was
to.
just saying his name, and I was sitting there like, this feels illegal, but everyone knows what's happening. Like it's just this.
Oh,
unwritten rule
wow.
to
The
not
new
say it.
Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons is coming out soon. Anyway.
I've not. That went over my head.
I don't
Steve,
know
did you get
what
that?
the fuck? No.
That went completely over my head. I didn't.
Maybe Chad will understand my cryptic little hints.
Hold on a minute. I don't know this one though. Sorry.
We won't get this.
Comments. That's.
Anyway. Moving on.
I'm not sure I completely agree though with what you're saying, but like people, it's very of the moment, and people love the modern metal sound, and that's why it's doing well. The modern metal sound is kind of saturated right now. So if I was trying to stand out musically, I wouldn't start a metalcore band. I wouldn't.
Well, they're not really metalcore though.
Yeah, President. They're like this.
They
alt
are.
fucking.
They're octane rock.
Weird.
The thing is, like, yeah, if they want, it's like the Jordan Fish kind of sound. They sound very architectsy too. It's literally just because of marketing push. Yeah, I hear your point, C, but with President, they have this massive marketing push, which is helping them get all these platforms, be on magazines, get on tours, get download festival. So it's pushing this music that's very accessible. And it is,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wonder if we're maybe giving marketing a little bit too much credit. Yes, the marketing's been brilliant. However, the first time they came on the scene was being booked for Download Festival, which I don't think marketing gets you.
but
I
it
don't
was
think you can
before that
market-
though. It was like Instagram and stuff and like teasers on social media.
Because they were teasing the Download Festival. Like, no one gave a fuck about any teasers on Instagram.
Oh, true. It was
So
like
it was like there's a band on the festival called President. People start looking up the bands. They're like, this band doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. It sparks a whole bunch of curiosity. That's what launched them into who the fuck is this? Because people thought maybe this is a secret set that Sleep Token are doing. And then you get the inflood like that. If they designed that to be that way, which they probably did, I don't know that's necessarily as much marketing as you also have to have the right connections within the industry to be like, we have this band, here's the backstory of the people in it, here's a snippet of the songs that we have as a demo you can hear. We think this will be good quality. Trust us, book them to play at Download Festival. It'll help us launch it. What a great thing would it be for Download Festival to launch a band's first ever fucking gig? Like, that's how it comes. I don't know. Is that marketing?
That's marketing, though.
Is it a marketing team that would decide
Yeah,
that?
that's how I see it. That's marketing, just like PR and all that encompasses like the business side of things, right?
Yeah.
The marketing,
Yeah,
like that's what I mean. The marketing's
it's
fucking awesome for it. It's essentially the same management as Sleep Token. Look at fucking Sleep Token.
Yeah. It also just landed at the exact. It was the perfect storm. Literally a perfect storm. It couldn't have been done better. Like, Sleep Token had the new album coming up, right? I think it was around that time. It was like Sleep Token era.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were already dropping songs or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like Download's coming up. Sleep Token are playing at Download. People are in Sleep Token mania, and then all the Sleep Token fans are already going to Download, and then it's like, okay, who's this President band? That kind of goes a little bit around, and then people start following the band. The band has already got like amazing visuals and like really like cryptic stuff, so people are already in this like Sleep Token. They're just longing for more content that is anonymous because of the whole Sleep Token thing, and it just came at like such a perfect time, which is obviously why there is so much, clear. I guess that's where the criticism is lying, is that it almost seems too perfect of a storm. That's I think a lot of it. But
yeah, and then their Instagram too, you would like check the follows and it would be like the following president and Sleep Token. It's like, oh, are they connected? And then the Sleep Token fan page jumped on board, and it was just it was all planned out. Like it to me, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. And I guess,
but unfortunately, it was so brilliant that the music had to be fucking amazing, I think, to live up to it. And it is above average, but not wildly above average. I think it's good. Like, I think the choruses are good. Generally, they get stuck in my head. Yeah. I think Fearless is a good chorus. I even had Destroy Me in my head fucking today. My problem is usually the verses. I think the verses are misses for me. Even though I like the electronic dance elements to them, it's the vocal effects, I think, make it hard for me
Fly
to really
buzzing breakdown, man.
That was weird. I had never noticed that before you mentioned it, and now I can't unhear it.
It's so cheesy.
I'm trying not to be so. It's so hard to not be nitpicky about something when it has 1.2 million monthly listeners in 6 songs. It's almost impossible to not be like, something's a bit fishy, because I've heard a lot of bands that are better than this that don't have that level of notoriety. So I guess that is the whole marketing thing, but you can't really hold the band to that either, because it's not their fault that many people are clicking with it.
I'm not assessing them based on their listenership and the size of their fan. I'm just assessing them on the music itself. And they're because there could be bands that have, there isn't really a comparison of a band that has 6 songs and that many listeners, I suppose. But I, as an example, Igorrr, I think, are in the same universe sonically, but I think there's less nits to pick within their music that I found in President because of, I guess, the creative swings they've taken with the vocal effects and other bits and pieces they're doing. Is brave, perhaps, but it allows for more obvious nitpicking of things that are kind of unusual choices, perhaps.
Like, I don't think it's you specifically that's like, I don't think you're in that bracket of people that are nitpicking, but there's people that are like hyper destroying President, where I think it's not warranted. I think that's where there's no like nuance in the conversation around President anymore. It's like there's one end of the spectrum that thinks it's the best shit in the world, and then there's the other end that are like, cannot see beyond the fact that there is actually some decent moments in it, And I think
it's the
that's
same
where,
as like Sleep Token. Basically, there's a certain level of fandom people will just hate without really assessing it.
So that's why it's so confusing, because at least the Sleep Token thing is like they've earned their stripes, quote unquote, even though I don't think that really exists today. Like, President is now where it's at because it's where it's at. Like, the earning of the stripes is kind of irrelevant at this point. Like, he's a massive name now. It is what it is. But like, I guess with Sleep Token, it's like they've kind of earned their way up through different albums, and they've built their fan base slowly. So people are hating on that way, but people are like hyper hating on President, I think, because of how quickly it's all happened, and it's like industry plant, and they're like completely seemingly unwilling to actually just listen. I understand if you listen and you're like, maybe it's not for me or whatever, but I think if you listen more objectively, you will find things that are decent, because you might like it in as a quality in another metalcore band, but you're just not willing to admit it, that it does sound like other things, but because of the hyper popularity and everything. Now, there is things that I think a lot of people like. The technical side of things with the vocal effects is something where I check out a little bit, but it's not enough for me to discredit the entire thing and be like, this is complete bullshit. I think it would be really fun and enjoyable. And I think it would warrant a lot of the hype because of how well the marketing has gone if they just strip back some of the vocal effects. But again, that's where the other side of the conversation comes in, where the fucking hyper fans don't allow you to say that. So there's just this fucking insane tug of war happening on both sides, where it's just mental.
That's what I was saying in my review, is like I can tailor it towards the people who absolutely hate president and make those people happy, or the fans who love everything that, you know, this guy's been doing for years. But like, to me, I really try to look at it objectively because I want to like it. But to me, it's not even above average. To me, it's like average. Like structurally, it's playing, like ideas, it's playing guitar wise, it's playing everything. To me about this is just a plain project. It's fine, but like I can't go back to it other than like In the Name of the Father. I think has some like interesting moments here and there. That's like the only song that I don't mind. But if other people like it, then that's sick, because like at the end of the day, President is bringing in a lot more rock and metal fans, which is going to show other people like different bands in the scene. So overall, it's a win. Just from my own personal taste, I hope the next President stuff like is just a little bit more just outside the box, not like reinventing this the wheel by any means, but just, you know, taking away the vocal effects, really making things sound maybe a little bit more human at times, and also just experimenting with from the pop side of things and trying just, I don't know, just getting more interesting with the music.
Well, I'm kind of, I hear what you're saying, but I mean, I think Rage is a really good example of like an extremely experimental song. Now, granted, there is some like kind of moments in it that are a little bit like the whole like first half of the song is like it sounds like fucking Bicep, you know, it's a complete EDM take, and then it gets into like I've never necessarily heard that fusion done before. A song that sounds like Glue by Bicep with metalcore elements towards the end, and I think there is some decent like melodies in it. So I hear what you're saying. I think that the last two songs were the non-singles for a reason. I think they're really weak as songs on the EP. Well, I think
Conclave grows a bit. I think that song was better. I mean, the Dionysus I thought was not dissimilar enough from Destroy Me to be warranted as maybe its own thing. It was kind of it was as expected, but I thought Conclave was interesting. It was a little different in places.
Yeah, I like those songs more than Rage, to be honest. That sounds just just a sound effect, just a sample.
I quite liked that.
Yeah, and then also the music video with like President overlooking the interpretive dancers in a church. I'm like, what is this message? Like, what is the meaning?
No one knows, Burb. That's the point.
Yeah,
no one's
like,
supposed to know. Apparently,
every music video is like a different. There's no. To me, it really feels like there's an identity crisis with President. It does feel like a couple ideas, but nothing's really coming to fruition. So I think it's going to take time for it to really turn into something that actually feels like the President that it wants to be.
Someone had commented on my video something interesting. Apparently, who knows? It's just a comment on the internet. But apparently, the music was written, and therefore the melodies, the vocals, lyrics, etc., was written before the concept of President happened. So that might be why, if that's the reason why, there isn't much of a connection between the lyrics and any kind of President idea. Maybe they had this EP that they'd written and want to release. And like, I guess I'll release it to the world. How would I do it? I don't want to be as me. Let me come up with some kind of guise that I can put on, and we'll do it that way. And then perhaps in the future songs, maybe they'll then start to build in some kind of narrative, which would be grand.
Yeah.
But like, and that'd be great. I'd enjoy that, because then you can get more into, if you're not into the music as much, maybe the lore becomes interesting. But I actually don't really give a fuck. I don't mind as much whether it's presidential or heartfelt lyrics of, you know, struggles in life, whatever it is. I like, the music is what matters to me, and the music is like grand, but missing some factors.
I think it only matters because it's like this President mask, and that's the whole identity. It's not just some random band, right? Like they're really trying to. It's more than just lyrics within songs with this band. It's a whole thing, and that's what I'm like. It doesn't feel like properly planned out yet. And what you said, Steve, if that's true, then that I totally believe that. And hopefully, again, like for the next couple releases, they just like, I don't know, they work on like whatever the President is and the lore, and like, and then the music gets more interesting. Like there's potential. This is only a first EP. but man, it's flawed in my opinion.
Yeah, good luck building the fucking lore around a president, by the way. Like, musically, how the fuck are they going to make lyrics that are based around... And also, talk about being fucking void of any relatability. Like, me trying to relate to the fucking president, you know, it's just... I don't know.
Yeah. And the world being what it is right now, I don't know if I'd really want to be riling people up about presidency.
Yeah.
There's already enough fervor, perhaps. So maybe they just have to deconstruct presidency, and then
that's another angle that I thought about. Because of how well the marketing has been done in every other aspect, it almost seems too on the nose for it to be president in like this time as well. Like, I'd love to see like the trend on Google of like people looking up president right now, like over the past couple of years. I'm sure president was probably looking at that at some point and be like, what's the most divisive shit on earth right now? It's the fucking presidents everywhere. So
yeah, I don't know if I said this on the Metal Roundup before, but I got a comment on one of my second videos of president coverage, which I did not enjoy at all. Someone clearly took to heart the president kind of lore idea, and they went like, "Oh, you didn't like the song enough. Your treason has been reported to the president. Answer your door, please." And it's like, that's not okay. It's not okay to be like, I know that they're trying to go like, oh, we're putting a president thing and like it's a sort of dictatorship president thing, and you know, answer your door, you're gonna be booted out as a citizen. It's like, that's what the fuck are we doing here, folks?
Yeah, that is.
That's like, I'm out. I'm like, if that's what the accepted fandom like vernacular is, I'm fucking out.
Uber virgins is what that is. But like, again,
Uber virgin indeed.
when you always say this, Steve, like the more people that are involved in something, the higher chance or the higher percentage of people that are Uber virgins that are going to be involved in something like this. You know, it's just the percentage of Uber virgins grows, so you start to notice more of said Uber virgins.
So to clarify, you're saying that a lot of president fans are Uber virgins, Drew?
I mean, statistically, I've never seen more Uber virgins in my fucking YouTube comments in my entire life. So yes, is the fucking answer there.
Yes,
fucking, you know what? But I feel like the harder I've gone at them, though, they've kind of like calmed down. It's like they like it's like a little kink or something. The harder I've gone on the presidents, and it's all adding up. Like if they're Uber virgins, they're enjoying the abuse that they're getting and all this kind of shit. I don't know. I'm onto them a little bit.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
No beating around the bush.
Yeah. Fucking freaks.
They could only dream of that, the Uber versions. Anyway, sorry, this occurred to me. I had to say it out loud. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just trapped in here. We're just
clarifying that these are the people that will like die on the hill of like, you cannot have a negative opinion. It's not like regular president fans who just enjoy the music. That is not what I'm trying to say, because some people misconstrue that and they're like, what the frick? But they're also Uber virgins who can't read between the lines. Anyways.
Why don't we then develop on from here and talk about it at a larger sense? Do we have a problem in the music scene coming up where there's just going to be too many anonymous and masked bands? Now, yes, of course, this is not the first time this has happened, and Sleep Token was not the first time that happened, right? Slipknot was a notable anonymous band with masks, and around that time, I remember also, because here's the thing about humanity: if you see something that works, a lot of people will go, "Why not me? I could do that." And then people do the same thing. I remember when Slipknot happened, then I was noticing, oh, it's Mushroomhead. This is a band that kind of got master face paint, whatever it is.
Buckethead?
Mudvayne would put on
for a bit, didn't they? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was just saying Mudvayne, but you said it at the exact same time. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I don't know, it's very possible these bands came to these ideas at the same time or different timelines, but like, once, you know, maybe Mudvayne were going for like 5 years and Slipknot blows up and then people go like, oh, let's sign them and launch them as well. So this happens, and I suspect we'll see a wave of this. I think we are seeing a wave of this. And I like, in a way, that people are thinking about, how am I presenting myself? What can I do that's intriguing, has a bit of a story to it, add some other layers to it to add some depth that you can enjoy on a creative fandom level. I do like that. It's really intriguing. Like, well, who are these people? What are they creating? But I don't want all the bands to do that. And then there's no like human connection stuff and realism as well. I think there needs to be a balance. And I just kind of wonder in my head, are we going to sleepwalk into every band going, well, fucking the only way to make it right now is to do some anonymous cryptic shit. And then it's like, oh no, then that's all we have. Thoughts?
I hear you. I don't think we're going to go down that route of like every band doing it. I know what you're saying. It's the popular thing right now, and it is people are longing for it. Like we said about the Sleep Token thing with the Perfect Storm with President, it's it's exciting. I'm the exact same. I'm a sucker for it. I like the anonymity of it because it just feels like I don't know. I don't know how to perfectly describe it. It's actually, that would be a really like interesting case study to like delve into why it's so captivating in the metal scene or music in general.
Your favorite artist, of course, is Talkin. I mean, another example.
Exactly. He's actually more anonymous than Vessel, funnily enough. So it is.
True.
It's actually insane. But, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like, I think we're definitely seeing the uptick in it, but I'm already seeing the pushback for it already. Like a noticeable amount of people that are just like, "Fuck this," which I get. I think it has to come from a place of authenticity, and that is very, very hard in this day and age to fake, because people are so wide to things being fake or inauthentic or doing something because there's a trend to catch on to. Now, how to prove that is obviously very subjective, because someone will just say, wearing a mask, inauthentic, goodbye, you're another copycat. But I think to skew the like inauthenticity comments to really put that to bed, I think it has to have like a good backbone and a reason to click into it. It's like anything. It's like a fucking TV show that you want to watch. Is the story captivating? Because someone can be a masked band and the music can still be shit. That's another important factor, obviously, is the music still has to be captivating and enough to get people to come back, because they might see the mask in a thumbnail and be like, oh, that's sick. And then you go on, it's just shite. So you're like, oh, well, I'm out. But so there's a lot of elements in the music space that do factor into that. It's just, it's just trying to figure out what is coming from a place of authenticity, I guess, which again is so subjective.
And if that's not immediately apparent, usually that comes out in time. You kind of start adding some breadcrumbs. You're like, actually, there's nothing really behind this other than the anonymous thing. I mean, as an example, there's a new artist you've discovered. I don't know how actually you discovered this.
Burb actually had actually listened to Cenobia first, and then I checked out. I got a request on Twitch a while back for the first song. They've only had 2 songs. It's a independent. I kept referring to them as a band because it's just easier to refer as a band. But they're from Australia, Sydney, and completely independent. I've spoken to them after the fact, and it's like them writing everything, and then they get with a producer and like musicians, I believe, to actually go ahead and put the songs together. But it's like her writing everything and yada yada yada. And I listened to it. I seen the new song pop up because I really liked the first song. I thought it was quite Sleep Token-esque the way the song developed, and just one to look out for. It was cool. The video was shot really well. Then the second song dropped, which was Throne of Want, and I just seen it pop up. It had like a fucking 1,000 views. I was like, I like the first song. Let's check this out. And the song was like, I don't think it's the most amazing song in the world, as in like it's been done before, but again, it's just about that packaging that has to feel like authentic and make you want to come back to it. And I think the way the modern like metal landscape is at the moment, it's clear that people are absolutely longing for this kind of stuff. Like, people are falling head over heels for President, which, like we've discussed at length, is fairly average for the most part, maybe slightly above average. And I just said, fuck it, I'll do a video. And I've never had a video do anything like that before. Like, I've had popular videos, but it would be like a Sleep Token or a Bad Omens video where you'd see those kind of numbers. And the video just started going crazy. And then it obviously caught on with her video, and now her video is just in the algorithm by itself. Like, my video kind of gave it a bit of a push at the start, got people over, and now her algorithm is just going crazy. Like, the video has like 100,000 views already or something. She had like 1,000 subscribers when she put it out. Now she's like closing in on 10. So people are really like longing for that kind of thing. And obviously Burb checked it out as well. Burb gave it a massive push as well. And now it's just this snowball effect. And again, it's a whole different conversation with the reaction channels that we've had many times, where the whole reaction community is getting involved with. It was the same with the breakaway situation, Burb, that you kind of sparked off. So it's been cool to kind of see that, but it just goes back to like, people are longing for the mask thing, the identityless band or artist.
They're like a puzzle, but also importantly, it's decent music, which is important. If it wasn't, it wouldn't take off in the way that it is. It just wouldn't. Like I think you're right. It's not anything that's wild, but it's good enough that I'm like, I'm intrigued, man. I mean, actually, for me, the guitar riff, the fucking groove of that was what I loved the most. Mm-hmm. But also, there's some interesting things going on. Some things. I mean, I've a reaction to that, which I'll post at some point, maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you check it out. Red card. So there's things in that I really like, but there's also like there's potential there, and it feels like authentic potential, which I quite like. But it's interesting.
Yeah, it's like what was the word I was going for? Like, I think people kind of misconstrued my title and thumbnail as like I stand by that. I think it had like what did I title it? It's like this anonymous female band could be the next big thing or something like that, which I still do well believe. I don't think the music necessarily has to match that, because as we've seen, to be the next big thing in modern metal, you don't have to have the most unique thing in the world. It's just how it's packaged.
If you want to be huge, Octane Core, like they go that route, you'll be huge.
Yeah, but like the video it leans into like gaming. It's got like a Dark Souls vibe to it as well, kind of Elden Ring with the whole outfit thing.
The band name is From Shadow of the Colossus, which is a goated video game.
So metal and gaming, it already clicks. It's got like a bit of a sex appeal in the video as well. It's got the low tuned guitars. It's got melody. It's kind of progressive in the way it builds. So it's kind of Sleep Token-esque to a certain degree. So yeah, and then it's got the cryptic imagery and the cryptic messages and all that kind of fun, like gamifying everything in the background with like cryptic messages that you have to figure out. So yeah, it's leaning into the tropes of what Sleep Token have done, but it's a somewhat unique spin on it, and people are clearly just gravitating towards it, you know.
Yep.
Sorry, I just got hypnotized by Burb's flashing lights in the background there. Is that a Halloween?
Oh yeah, it's a
house?
Halloween thing. Come on, guys. I fucking
Christmas.
love spooky season. Steve, what was the initial question? Like, is it a problem? It was a
is it going to be a problem, the influx of anonymous bands? Because what's interesting for me is I also really like bands that are super raw. They're just a bunch of fucking people that just get together, get on stage, and just rip some amazing songs. But I like the full spectrum. And I guess I want everything to be not quite like Thanos, but like perfectly balanced. Like, enough of each so there's a variety. And I just worry everyone's going to rush into this one side of the way you could possibly put out music. And it might, for those bands, might otherwise create something amazing if they follow whatever they authentically want to do, might go, well, we have to now do this anonymous thing if we want to actually make a big career out of this. That might not be where they're best suited to be. That's the only risk. That's the cautionary tale I want to put out there.
Well, if it's a problem now, no, I don't think so. But will it be a problem later, all these anonymous bands? Yeah. There's always a tipping point with anything, right? Like the fall movement too, right? Fall, people are so tired of like some fall bands. Oh, another fall band. Working with Buster Odehome. Oh, and it's another Buster project. Like the first couple after some time is like, oh, feels fresh. It feels like this band, like, oh, like an anonymous band, like this is like kind of Sleep Token-y. But like if there's so many of it, so many copycats, that's where it's just like, oh, another anonymous band, right? So right now, like I'm with Drew where I'm invested. I think it's cool. And the most important part is if it's actually authentic. And I think it's really hard to describe what it is authentic, but like I feel like musically the Cenobia song, there is something mysterious. It's a little bit slower pace. The key that it's in is like minor, it's dark, right? It's like it just feels like a dark song that matches like the look of the mask and everything. Like thematically and sonically it is a package, like Drew was saying. So that's what I like about the Cenobia thing. And I do agree, like if she continues to write this music that is like in this style, but it gets even more inventive, and then the crowd will follow, because it is people are loving this shit right now. But also people are loving women in metal. There is a big like demand for that, and for someone that's anonymous too, I think is going to be really cool, because how many anonymous female singers do we have in modern metal? Not too many. Sure, we have like guys. We have like the Garia band, which is like the black metal band, right? And then we also have like Sleep Token, President, and I don't know, some other ones, but Stone Side too, right? But like, Ghost is the big one, right. That's the big one. But so right now, like some people might get a little bit annoyed, like, oh, another anonymous band, but there's always a tipping point. So right now with Cenobia, like I'm invested. I think it's cool. If there's another anonymous band that comes, okay, that's cool. But if there's way too many of it and it just becomes like, then that tipping point happens. We're like, okay, this is cheesy now. We need something more creative. We need something inventive in the scene to make it refresh it, right? But right now, I'm into the anonymous thing. I think it's cool.
I think I agree. I think it's it's something to be aware of. The caution for any new artist, but like, that there might be a point at which it's too much. Right now, it's fun.
I'd be a lot more afraid of musical things getting oversaturated than the visuals, because at the end of the day, the anonymous thing is literally just like it's kind of the cherry on top of the musical side of things. Like Burb was mentioning the Buster Odahome and Thal movements that became very stale. That to me is more worrying because now the thing that we're actually here for, the music, is starting to sound the same. But like if a band has a mask and another band has a mask and they both sound completely different, I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, ultimately, yeah, it will start to get old visually, but as long as the musical side of things doesn't get old, then I'm a little bit less interested, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you're like, oh my god, another fucking band where they're all wearing black t-shirts and jeans, I can't. Another like,
as long as the music is fucking good, because I'm not going to be like a lot of the time it's just in my ears, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
I think the Lawrence Shore breakdown is another example, right? People are so tired of the overtop, filthy breakdowns too right now.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed that. What was it? Flesh of blood. You
liked it?
Blood?
You're actually
no. The breakdown was stupid, but in a fun way. I wasn't going like, oh, another one. I was like,
Steve, put that on, like, play it on your SUV. I think that's what you drive, right? And then just blast it. Oh my god, it is insane. That breakdown is actually it'll blow out your speakers. So be careful.
Yeah. I think we covered the. Did we cover all the
next
anonymous mask stuff?
Yeah, why don't we try and do a roundup of some other notable recent releases and see what we reckon of them. One I want to throw out there is Reliqa.
Mm-hmm.
They had a new song out called Your Touch, which I fucking loved. I thought it was great. And I thought, like, they've had moments. Some of their songs I think are fucking great, and others they're very creative and technically advanced and interesting. It's quite progressive, so I'm sure Burb loves it. But I'm like, can we hone this into something that's a bit more like, I don't know, consistently satisfying throughout a song? And then Your Touch comes along, and just like, fuck yeah. That song for me was gold.
Yeah, Relica's a sick band, man. I've been like, I discovered them through Twitch actually with their song Mr. Magic, and then like, I was pushing them hard like 3-4 years ago. I had Monique on my podcast too. So friggin' sweet. She is so nice. I really love the band. Their last album, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but like, you know, Steve, like, yeah, you like these like banger singles, something that's just fun, maybe a little bit technical musically, right? But it's fun. And Terminal from their last album felt like that main single, but I don't know, it just felt a little plain for Reliqa. And then here they're doing another big single, like just like a catchy song, and Drew doesn't care. Drew's like, I'm done with Reliqa, I'm out of here. But
so out of Reliqa. I'm so sorry. That's
so sorry, guys. The Reliqa pisses him off that much. No, dude, the new song is sweet. The one thing though is the Your Touch hook. Before like it builds up, then she goes like Your Touch, and then it gets into that chorus, is identical to Siamese on Fire. If you know that song, Siamese has a song where like it builds up and then it goes like on fire with like the same electronic effect and the same guitar riff. It is like I put it on like my second channel, but like back to back I was like clipping both those songs. I'm like, it's so similar. So that was like the only thing. I'm like, that's a very common idea in metalcore. That's a metalcore cliche. But yeah, the song's a banger.
It might be in other genres as well. Like,
yeah,
at some points you're gonna have some melody moments and transitions that will have been done before in some capacity. But that was interesting.
Yeah. While Drew is dropping some deuces,
dude, why would you even? Who knows? Maybe he's doing something very wholesome.
Wow.
Oh, he's coming back. He'll explain himself. Burb, what did you say Drew was doing there?
Well, that was the fastest deuce dropping I've ever seen, Drew.
Sorry, I haven't heard any Reliqa songs, so I was like, this is my perfect opportunity to go for a piss.
Okay. All right. Fair. All right. We'll crack on.
Well, let me shout out one band, because Drew was talking about them last time and we didn't get to talk about them, but Health, the homie Johnny, they dropped a new song today, and it's even better.
I have not heard it.
Oh, it's even better than Ordinary Love. They're getting more metal. I'm just going to say that. New song is fucking sick.
You know what? I think not dissimilar perhaps from Drew and the Thornhill. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be continuing to check out. I mean, I'll check it out. Instrumentally, I really like Health. I haven't yet connected with the vocal style.
Yeah.
And if that's present, which I'm sure it is, on the new song, I'm probably not going to be that jazzed.
Yeah, it's very like industrial. It's weird with the way that Jake sings. It's very soft, but
very soft.
It works with like this dark atmosphere that they go for in their music. I don't know. I find it really cool. That's just me though. I totally get it though. It's not a fun band. They're cum metal. They're just cum metal.
That's
dude.
quite fun. I mean,
Well, they're fun, but they're not necessarily
sounds like it's
sing along
fucking
fun. You know.
it's. No, I don't want to. I don't want this to sound mean. I don't mean this as a mean thing, but it's sort of like the music sounds fucking badass and awesome. And it sounds like the vocals are being sung by Salad Fingers, and I don't really understand the connection. I don't really. I don't really dig it.
Salad Fingers is cool.
I think it's balanced pretty well. I've not heard much of their music. I heard Rat Wars, but my favorite song from them is Ordinary Loss. So I haven't heard the new one. I know that just came out today, so I'll probably check that out tomorrow. But yeah, Ordinary Loss was fucking amazing. I love that song. That was my favorite song of the last month. I really like the vocal delivery. I think it works really well with the industrial. Like the last Ordinary, their songs are mixed in such a way that they sound like they. Oh, it's a real nostalgic EDM, like pulse. I can't think of.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think it's like old, like hardcore dance music. It's something along those lines that I haven't listened to in years. I wouldn't even know how to like categorize it as a genre. It's not. It's very industrial sounding, but it's just it's a really cool balance, I think. Now, personally, what got it for me was the vocals, the sing along moments of it. I was a little bit indifferent to the heavier stuff. I thought the song was like really good energy throughout the whole song, but the vocals are what actually set that song apart from just being another like industrial kind of, train that just goes in this direction. It doesn't really deviate from the it just goes like that.
If that's the case, I think I also like Health, Drew. Like their other albums.
I've enjoyed them, yeah.
Like their other albums, like they're not really like this is the most metal that they're sounding right now. But if that's the stuff that you don't even care about, but the vocals and the kind of like beats and stuff, then their old shit is fire too.
Yeah. No, it seems like a band I need to check out for sure.
Yeah. I'll also obviously warrant you that if they had a different vocalist, it would be less interesting. Like it's a very unique vocal, which helps them stand out. I think it's a good thing. And there's clearly lots of people that really dig it. So fair play.
Yeah. Also, don't we have the album?
Yeah, fucking Johnny.
I'm like, why am I waiting for these singles to come out?
I know.
I completely forgot we have the album. I just clicked with me there.
Yeah, Johnny sent me the album, told me to forward it to you guys, and I'm like, oh, thanks. But like at the same time, like, what do I do with this? Because like we're a reaction channel. Like, we react to like singles.
I can check it out.
Yeah, go ahead. It's in your DMs. So Johnny, if you're watching this, I sent it to them. So yeah, Steve, check it out. Become a fan of Health.
Yeah. We could just have like the whole album reaction in one, and then when the singles come out, you just clip that part out and just put it together as the thing, you know? I completely forgot we had that. Fuck, I kind of want to check it out.
Health fans are like, how could you forget you got the
I know. What we did, that is like a privilege thing that comes with this, that like you do get some stuff sent early. Like what was it like when fucking Bird forgot the Invent Animate Silent Planet collab thing?
Oh my god!
Marcus on.
It was Imminence, wasn't it?
No, it was Imminence. It was Imminence.
Sorry. It was Imminence.
That song was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like one of my favorite Imminence songs.
Yeah.
It was like so right funny. Up my alley.
Eddie was such a fucking gent about it though.
Oh, he's the man. I really like him.
Yeah.
So lovely.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard AFI's new stuff?
Yeah, I checked out not the newest single, but the last one that was like very David Bowie. Yeah, we talked about how Davey Havok now looks like a 70s porn star.
That was it. Yes. Yeah, no, they released another single called Holy Visions.
You like it?
And it's no. I quite liked Beyond the Clock. I quite enjoyed that. It's cool. It's different. I liked it was different. I was in, and then Holy Visions come in, and you get more of the tone they're going for, and the visuals and the sound. And I'm just the more I hear of it, the more I'm like, I don't know, lads. I don't know. It's kooky. It's quite kooky.
Yeah, Drew, if you check it out, I don't think it's a good starting point.
Is AFI is that an acronym for something, or is that their name?
A Fire
I don't
Inside.
even know this band.
But no one calls them that. It's just AFI. But I've never heard of them. They're an iconic band. Like they're like emo punk
royalty.
Their old stuff is very punk. Like if you played any of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, like their songs were on it. Like they're part of like the skate scene back in the day. Like they're a very pivotal band, but they've since kind of fell off a little bit. They hit their peak back in like 2006, 8, 9, or
They evolve.
They've
and
evolved,
by doing
and-
so, you're people that enjoy an older sound might not come with you, and that seems to have happened
Sure.
in some cases.
Yep.
Like they're in that sort of they were in that sort of My Chemical Romance sort of a era and vibe.
Exactly. It's the same thing that happened to Thrice. They've evolved, and now their new album comes out tomorrow, and I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Nice. Yeah, I want to check that out if I have time. I don't, but I'd like to. Cool. Yeah, I've not heard the most recent single. I know they had one.
Yeah, neither have
days
I
ago?
actually. I'm waiting for the album.
Right on.
What are you looking up, Drew?
Yeah.
I'm just I was just looking at AFI there. I don't think I've played some of the Tony Hawk games in the past, so maybe I've heard some of their songs.
You
even
probably
realizing
have,
it, yeah. Did you guys check out the new Limp Bizkit song by any chance?
I haven't
get it
yet.
out there?
It's on my list. It's just not high enough.
So
I
fun.
want to because I fucking love Limp Bizkit and I have
Yeah.
done for decades now. But I can't wait to hear it and try and understand why that's tickled you.
Yeah, I like it's I don't have enough experience with listening to Limp Bizkit to know if that's like the standard. I've heard the big songs that are like fun to listen to, but I wouldn't go back to it. But this one is like really, it's just funny. It's goofy as fuck. The lyrics are ridiculous. Like they're so dumb, but it's just the guitar riff. I think the way I was exposed to it was very good. They did really good marketing as well for like an older band. They the way I heard about the song and the reason why I made the video on it was because, have you guys seen Chris? It's like Chris_drummer, like KRIS_drummer. It's like some girl who plays the drums on Instagram. She has a YouTube channel and shit.
Yeah.
You would know her. You would know her anyway. But they basically teased the song by basically it popped up on the screen saying like playing the unreleased Limp Bizkit song or whatever.
Right. I saw that.
And then fucking what's his name? What's the lead singer's
Fred
name?
Durst.
Fred Durst like opens the door of her like playing the drums like, and he's like,
wow.
"Hey, Chris, I told you not to put that on the internet and all." Like it's like supposed to be. It's probably
That's
shot
cool.
in two different. But yeah, it was like I was really the song really clicked with me. I was like, this sounds fucking sick. It's just it has like a fucking natural harmonic that comes out in the riff, just right in the middle of the chorus. And I just anytime there's some kind of harmonic riff, I'm in. And yeah, it's a great chorus as
Wes
well.
Borland is the name of the guitarist of Limp Bizkit, and he is one of the greatest rock guitarists of all fucking time. Incredibly innovative, has riffs for days. You should absolutely listen to every album of Limp Bizkit's.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple in there. There was a moment where he left the band. They didn't get on for a little bit, but he's returned. But fucking incredible. And so many guitarists have been inspired by him specifically.
Yeah, and I think that's what is a good sign of a really good guitarist as well. There's no overplaying in the song whatsoever. It's just the perfect note at the perfect time in the chorus. The chorus is so endearing. Like you'll know, I don't want to spoil it, but like the chorus is great. The words and everything he sings out. It's gonna be so good live when I'm sure they've already played it at some point. I don't know, but yeah, there's just a little harmonic that hits at the exact time that it was meant to be, and it's so perfect. It's one note, and it's just like, it doesn't need to be a big noodly moment. It's just, and it just works so well.
You got copyright for that
sounds
one?
amazing. No, none at all.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Dispute it. Didn't have to dispute it. Yeah, it was all good. Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
It's been an
but-
expensive month, man. I need to get this copyright shit off.
But no,
But
it's
yeah.
a fucking good song. It's a fucking sick song. And also, have you guys been listening to any? I know you got Steve. You've done a bit of the Igorrr album, the new album.
I've heard, I think 3 songs by Igorrr. They're impressive. They're sort of like academic exercises in musical proficiency, but there's kind of fun, whimsical, surprisey moments in there. I enjoy it. I don't know how much I'd want to like put it on the regular and have it on in the background, but people are raving about the album.
Yeah, it's I think it's a little bit more metal than what he would normally do, so it's kind of in our ballpark a little bit more. It's been brought up a lot more, but there's some fucking mental songs like the ADHD track that is just stupid. There is some fun takes. I listened to the full album because I'd heard the latest single Daemoni, which is the intro to the album, on my stream on the Sunday, and I was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I have to check this out. So I checked it out on Monday, and solid album. It is an absolute chore at times because of how mental it is, but it's fun. Like I'm kind of into it, I like albums that are a little bit more challenging, Because I'd rather sit through something like that feels a little bit more like a chore where I'm like, whoa, this is so different, but there's still moments of absolute brilliance in it, than like metalcore band 9000 that made metalcore song 10,000. You know,
110% agree.
Yeah, so it's a little more entertaining for me to just go and fucking say,
Drew likes to
go
do
check
his
out.
chores.
Yeah. I mean that in a very like complimentary way, of course, but there is some moments that you're just like, what is happening? But it's done quite tastefully, and they'll have fucking silly moments. And because you know, like everything they're doing is like very analog, and there's nothing in there that's like being done in post production for the most part. Like you see their videos and shit with the fucking piano where they use the excavator to like crush the piano. Like they're recording that sound to put that in the album. It's everything is like done so manually, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I checked out some Igorrr songs too. Like I uploaded to my second channel, which fucking tanks. It's just there to upload some clips. But yeah, Headbutt. It was sick.
Blast Beat Falafel.
I don't know. That's the name of the song.
Yeah,
I've not heard that one yet. But yeah, no. Like I've checked out some Igorrr stuff in the past. Like I know it's really weird and like it's basically like engineering core. He kind of reminds me of like Author and Punisher. Like, have you heard of that artist?
Was that in fucking some video game or some shit?
No, it's an actual name of this artist. But I think it's Author and Punisher. But essentially, this guy has an engineering background, and he's a one-man band, and he creates like metal. But his whole setup looks like a fucking machine. And Igorrr is like it's like almost in the same kind of vein. It's just like weird engineering sounds and complex music. It's meant to be thought-provoking and challenging. It's very cool, but it's not an everyday listen. Like I can appreciate and be like, whoa, that's nuts. Anyway, I'm never going to listen to that again.
It's like serial killer music. It's great. It's like if this guy wasn't making music, he'd be a serial killer. Like in a very complimentary way, he would be murdering many people.
What are you saying?
Igorrr would be a serial killer if he didn't find music. That's quite a controversial thing.
Clip that.
Listen to the fucking album. And
I don't know why they didn't use that in their marketing.
I might be sampled at some point. That'd be cool in the next album. Just that before a breakdown or some shit.
That's the fear.
Yeah, but
that's not
you need the Igorrr fans to watch this video. Title it "Igorr's a."
I think the Igorrr fans would agree.
I can't even finish that sentence, man.
I don't know. I think he might like it. ADHD, I think, as a reaction, just is.
Oh yeah, I did that one with the weird ass music video. Yeah,
it's the AI video, but it's like AI / real, like actual computer modeling and shit like that. It's done like that. So, that song is not metal. It's like intelligent dance music / like breakcore is what it's being. Yeah, it's mad. It's fucked. So beyond fucked, but it's pretty cool in the context of the album.
Well, we have covered some ground in this episode today.
Yeah. Before we finish, listen to Vower. That's it.
Oh yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, they had another song. It was good.
It was good.
Vower remind me of Monuments a little bit. They remind me of Monuments in the Amanuensis album. I was listening to Stuck because that's the first song since the Shroud song that I've really fucked with by Vower. I think they've got their guitarist is Rabea Massad or whatever. Yeah. I think he's in that fucking same like genty cool club as like John Brown. Yep. So I think it kind of makes sense a little bit.
UK metal, so but in like a rock band and maybe with a little bit of Dustin Kensrue with thrice vocals or something is how I personally
his vocals
see it.
Are fucking amazing.
They're so fucking good.
Yeah, really good.
I think my only problem with them is that they haven't yet fully, although the previous single, not the most recent one, the one before that, they got close to it, trying to capture the enormity of that band's sound live on recording. It just can't contain that thing. So if you hear a song live, then you hear it on record, you can then, your brain's memory transforms it and it fucking works. But it's just huge live, and that's the thing I enjoyed most about it. And unless I'm turning my headphones up to like earblade, it'd be hard to kind of replicate that on the recording. But that's my only thing. It's like, live, this would be amazing, which kind of hurts my studio listening experience.
You're not wrong. After seeing them live, I'm like, it's good. It's just not as good as live. They're a live band for sure. But like the recording, they're still fucking sick. But yeah,
they've done a good job.
Yeah,
done a good job.
Can we quickly talk about Dayseeker, just because I know that's a big one? I don't have much to say. I just kind of think, I wanted to just bring that up because I'm actually worried about their album with the way these singles are starting to trend. I think they've lost a bit of that unique flair that they had with the last album. I think we had this conversation. I'm starting to feel like a Dayseeker hater now.
Nope.
But Steve, have you checked it out? Bloodlust.
Yes, yeah, and that's the only one of the singles I didn't post my video for. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but it was I was confused as to why they had that as a standalone single, because it didn't feel to me like it offered anything new on the previous singles, which I liked. I thought, Pale Moonlight's great. Creature the Black Knight, I can't remember what that's called now, but that also I enjoyed. This one I thought was a little bit on the, more on the sort of predictable average side, without really a hook in the chorus. I thought it was kind of, I didn't really understand the choice of that as a single. I think it might be maybe a grower, potentially somewhere on an album. I don't know. Whoa.
I got to follow.
Following Burb.
Hell yeah.
Well, there you go.
You guys getting followed? Didn't think so.
No, but now I want to find a way to troll you during Metal Roundup streams. Yeah, I thought it was grand. It was grand. I didn't think it was interesting enough to be like, put a video on YouTube. You gotta fucking hear this. I'm like, it didn't hit that bar for me.
Yeah.
Meh. That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I thought you were going to hit him with a mid. I was like, whoa.
I thought mid was coming too.
I was like, oh, that's too far.
I'm not Gen Z enough to say mid.
I think meh is worse than mid. I think mid is okay. Like it's decent. It's balanced. It's mid. It's not, it's not bad. It's not incredible. It's mid. It's fine.
Yeah, but mid doesn't mean the literal definition of mid like you think it might mean. Mid is like ass, essentially.
Then I've been doing it wrong.
Mid doesn't actually really mean like it technically means like middle ground, but people say it when something is shit. They're like mid.
Okay.
So
I need to change my vernacular with my Twitch chat.
Possibly. Yeah. It's definitely
I'm calling all these bands ass and I'm like, they're all right.
That's fucking mid, bro.
Shit. Okay, duly noted. Thank you for the education.
Yeah. I think that's about it. That's all I got. I don't think there's anything else.
See, I had a nicer dismount, and we got to the point you're like, well, that's all. I got nothing else.
Yeah. All right. So next. Bye.
Well, folks, if you made it this far, I don't know how we've not said this. I asked you to subscribe to my channel, but you know what? If you've already done that, you can subscribe to the Metal Roundup if you want.
Don't even like this video. Go to Steve's channel. Just like his latest video.
While you're at it, just subscribe to Steve's Patreon as well. Forget about us.
Please. There's so much good stuff over there, guys. Really, it's well worth the money, I promise you. Anyway, the Metal Roundup has a Patreon as well, where we're about to record now a bonus episode. We answer questions from the wonderful patrons we have in our backstage membership. And there's YouTube membership as well. You get bonus episodes that way too. Hopefully you enjoyed all of this. And hopefully if you got this far as well, there's a bunch of bands that we've mentioned there. I'll try and get our producer to put in the chapters the names of those so you can check out those bands that maybe are less covered in other areas, because there's really good stuff out there. So thank you for being here. Catch you in another episode next time.
Cheers, folks.
Peace.